I had an idea, a wild one. Could I explore Bosnia and Herzegovina with just $70? That small sum was my ticket to a big adventure. I wanted to see if a tiny budget could unlock the real heart of a country. This wasn't about saving money. It was about connecting with people and places in a genuine way. My journey was about to begin, and my heart raced with excitement. I wanted to prove you don't need a lot to have a rich experience. Sometimes less money means more adventure. You notice the little things, talk to strangers, and find joy in simple moments. Bosnia, with its deep history and stunning nature, was the perfect place for this experiment. I packed my bag, pocketed my $70, and smiled. The feeling was a mix of fear and freedom. Every dollar would shape my day. Every choice would matter. This challenge forced me to be creative and open. My plane ticket was paid for. The $70 was for everything else: food, transport, museums, souvenirs. I pictured myself wandering ancient streets, tasting local food, and making new friends. $70 seemed small, but my hopes were huge. I wasn't just a tourist. I was an explorer on a mission. I wanted to find the beauty and kindness of Bosnia, all on a shoestring. This was more than a trip. It was a test of spirit. I was ready for the magic. The adventure began. My first steps in Sarajevo felt magical. I arrived at sunset, the city glowing with color and life. Instead of a taxi, I hopped on the local bus, my first win for the budget. The city, surrounded by green hills, buzzed with energy. I checked into a simple family-run guest house. Amra, the owner, welcomed me with a smile and strong Bosnian coffee. She shared stories and marked free sites on my map. Her kindness made me feel like a friend, not just a guest. The next morning, I set out to explore Bashcharshia, Sarajevo's old bazaar. Cobblestone streets, handmade crafts, and the smell of fresh bread filled the air. I wandered for hours, spending nothing but feeling rich in experience. Sarajevo's history is everywhere. Ottoman and Austro-Hungarian buildings, scars from war, and Sarajevo roses marking the past. The city's spirit is strong and hopeful. Walking here is like reading a living history book. Every corner tells a story. I was already falling in love with Sarajevo. My adventure was off to a perfect start. You'd think $70 means bread and water, but not in Sarajevo. Here, you can eat like royalty on a budget. My first mission? Find the best cevapi, grilled sausages and fluffy bread, topped with onions and creamy kajmak. For just a few dollars, I had a feast. Next, I tried burek, a flaky pastry filled with cheese or meat, for less than $2. I realized I could eat 3 amazing meals a day and still have money left. Bosnian food is hearty, simple, and made with love. Coffee is a ritual here, served in a copper pot, sipped slowly. For about $1, I spent an hour in a cozy cafe, soaking in the moment. Dinner was at a traditional ashtinica, where I pointed to stews and stuffed onions, all for a few dollars. Eating in these places felt like dining at a Bosnian grandmother's table. The food was authentic, the portions generous, and the prices unbeatable. My budget was holding up, and my stomach was always happy. Every meal was a new discovery. Sarajevo's flavors were unforgettable. I was living well and spending little. Food was a highlight of my adventure. Sarajevo is an open-air museum. My favorite activity? Walking and letting curiosity lead. In minutes, I'd go from Ottoman Bashcharshia to Austro-Hungarian Ferhatija Street. The city's blend of east and west is unique. I strolled along the Miljacka River, crossing historic bridges like the Latin Bridge, where World War I began. For a couple of dollars, I visited the small museum nearby. Hiking up to the Yellow Fortress rewarded me with a sunset view over the city, completely free. I joined locals on the fortress walls, watching the city lights come alive. The Srebrenica exhibition gallery, free to enter, told a powerful story of resilience. Sarajevo's spirit shines through its history and its people. The best experiences cost almost nothing. Sarajevo's center is made for walking. Most sites, shops, and cafes are close together. Walking let me discover hidden alleys and local life. When I needed to go farther, I used the historic tram, just $1 a ride. Riding with locals made me feel part of the city. Shopping at the bustling Marcal market, I picked up fresh figs and cheese for a few dollars. It was a cheap, healthy snack and a chance to chat with friendly vendors. Entertainment was often free, like stumbling upon musicians playing in a square. The city's magic was in these spontaneous moments. The best memories didn't cost a thing. I set aside part of my $70 for a day trip to Mostar. The bus ride, about $10 each way, took me through breathtaking mountains and rivers. Mostar's old bridge, rebuilt after the war, soared over the Emerald Neretva River, a symbol of peace. I watched daring divers leap from the bridge, a centuries-old tradition. The old town's cobblestone streets and markets were a delight to explore. For lunch, I enjoyed fresh grilled trout on a terrace above the river. The day in Mostar cost about $25, my biggest expense, but worth every cent. It showed me another side of Bosnia, Mediterranean, vibrant, unforgettable. Careful planning made this adventure possible on a tight budget. The magic of Bosnia's nature and history left me in awe. I'd spent about $68, enough left for one last burek before leaving. For less than $70, I'd eaten well, seen wonders, and made memories for a lifetime. The real treasure? The people. I expected sadness, but found warmth, resilience, and hope. Everyone I met welcomed me with a smile and a story. Their kindness was the soul of Bosnia. This trip taught me travel isn't about money. It's about experiences. On a small budget, I found authenticity and connection. The best things in travel are often free, so go to Bosnia. Don't wait for a big budget, just go. Walk Sarajevo's streets, taste cevapi, see Mostar's bridge, and meet the incredible people. Let them welcome you with strong coffee and open hearts. Bosnia will capture your heart, just as it did mine. It's a special place, waiting for you to discover. Adventure is out there. Sometimes all it takes is $70.